Hi guys, welcome back to Jinx's Tarot. I needed a break from social media and I didn't need a break from social media. I needed a break from editing and filming. And filming all of the zodiac signs, and it was a lot. But I am back and I'm excited to get into this reading. Today we are on the earth signs and I'm starting off with Taurus. So if you are a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Saturn, this reading is for you. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, you can always check your other placements or try again next week. Before I get into the reading, oh crap. I rolled dice for you guys as per usual, and you rolled the sign of Cancer, so you may be dealing with the Cancer romantically, financially. You could just be taking on like a more Cancerian energy throughout your week ahead. I think I may sneeze. Ciao. Give me a minute. My dog, Booba, she's not in there. Be right back. My bad. Okay, so I'm trying to learn how to learn the symbols for this set of dice or whatever. It came with this deck and I chose just not to use it for a while, but now I'm like in the mood to learn. So you guys rolled the planet Saturn, so you may have Cancer in your Saturn placement. Sorry, my mom left, so like I'm watching after my dog and just like to know she's okay. So you may hear me like just stop to look to see if she's doing okay. So anyways, you rolled Saturn, so you may have Cancer in your Saturn placement. If not, that's fine. But you could possibly be working with Saturn this week in some way, or it could be advised to. The numbers you guys received 11, so you may be seeing 1111 or just 11s in general. If you are, I suggest doing the research to see what that means for you. But other than that, let's get into the read. So for the Taurus, going back to Cancer, because this is the sign of Cancer. You guys got the moon as the main energy for your week ahead. So I really do get a heavy energy of you guys possibly just really embodying the Cancerian energy for your week ahead. You may feel more in tuned. You may feel a little bit more emotional. You could be having a heart-to-heart this week, which has you in your feels. The moon card does talk about things being revealed and possibly having a heart-to-heart conversation with someone. And I get the energy that like this is something that is about like this is a conversation about something that wasn't balanced in the past, and it's wanting to be balanced out. This person, you could be having a conversation with like a Sagittarius, because this is the sign of Sagittarius. This is also a sign of Cancer, like I said before. But with this Nine of Cups, I get that this is something that you really wanted. You really have been waiting for a conversation to balance out this situation, and it is coming to you this week ahead. The advice card, though, is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I feel like once you have this like heart-to-heart conversation, there could be like, you know how like you kind of like mend a relationship and it's like the relationship isn't the same, or the person's energy is still kind of like off. I get kind of like that vibe from this advice card. And like it's not really much of an advice, but it's kind of like a heads up, like things still may not be the same or how you wanted them to be once you guys do have this heart-to-heart. Like some people just may not have like a really like developed maturity when it comes down to like having certain conversations and like being able to have the conversations and like move on from it. Like some people may still be like, butthurt. But anyways, if that is the case, that is not your problem. Like, and that is most likely not someone you would want around you, because, sis, we is only messing with the poppin', the baddest of them. You know what I mean? Anyways, for your finances, you guys received the Star card in reverse. So I get that, like, you guys could possibly be dealing with a lot of work on your own, especially with this Hermit card, clarifying it, like you're not receiving any help like you should be. You could be holding on to like a lot of responsibilities that aren't your responsibilities. This could be because of like a female boss, and it does not have to be a female boss. It really could just be like a boss, but this card talks about like it's the Queen of Swords in normal tarot, and she's usually like in reverse. She's like moody, kind of bitchy. This could be also you in this energy, because you aren't receiving the help that you need. I also get the energy that with this Star card that like there could be like a vibe of like, I get a little bit of boredom. Like, you kind of need, like, a renewal. Like, I get the energy that you're probably just used to the same patterns and cycles that you have to go through in work. And you're kind of just, like, tired and bored. And feeling, like, a little bit alone. The advice card or any additional information card that you guys received was the Garden / the World card. And I get that this is like the way for you to renew your energy. So I get the energy of you guys possibly traveling, possibly researching different ways to make the work more exciting, or finding a new job that feels more fulfilling to you. One that feels like feels new, but like also feels like you could be in this star energy, like upright rather than in reverse. But as the advice card, I get a little bit of an energy of like exploring. So you could be trying to explore different ways to make the job exciting. You could be exploring ways to take some of the burden off your back. You also could be exploring different types of jobs out there. So that's what I'm getting for your finances. For your love life, you guys received the Queen of Swords again. I get for a lot of you, you guys are single. And if you are, y'all are not in a... y'all are not in a... like... it's like the Queen of Swords is very stubborn. It's very earth sign, like, you know, like not even, I don't even say she's stubborn, but like she knows what she wants. She's not taking less, like, period. You know what I mean? And just because like I used to watch like cartoons, and I used to watch this, like I know she was like she cold-hearted. She a baddie. You know what I mean? And she doesn't really embody a like somebody you would get into a relationship with. And I get the energy that like you are kind of like playing the field, but you may not see like the purpose of it, especially with this Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Like, you're kind of in the headspace of like, yeah, I'm investing energy into my love life, but like these people are boo-boo. Like, the energy is whack. They're not coming to me with the energy that I want. And you're kind of like, I don't really see the purpose in it with this Seven of Pentacles. I see with this Ace of Swords that you were kind of going back to think about like whether or not this is something that you actively want to invest your time and energy into, especially since you don't really see the long-term like success, or if you do, it feels very limited. But like the Ace of Swords in reverse talks about like clouded judgment and having to kind of go back within to receive any additional clarity. And so I get the vibe that you guys are doing that because of this Seven of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Now the advice card I think is perfect. So you guys received the Eight of Coins, which talks about kind of going back within to focus on perfecting yourself rather than focusing on like relationships. I get the energy that this card is like advising you to really just focus on yourself, focus on the things that, like, if you have any insecurities, focusing on embracing those insecurities. This card talks about like self-development and perfecting things. So in the realm of this being in like your relationships, I get the energy of you guys really pulling back or being advised to pull back and focus on yourself, sis. So that is what I got for your guys' week ahead. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to send a DM and we will book an appointment. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Bye. All right, Virgo. So if you are a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Saturn, this reading is for you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, you can always check again next week, or check your other placements. Sis, I went down this rabbit hole because I have a Virgo moon, and like for my, is it sidereal or Verdict astrology? Verdict astrology. I have like a Venus in Virgo, so I mess with my Virgos. And I went down this rabbit hole of looking at people who have like a Virgo moon. Did you know Nicki Minaj and Dolly Parton had a Virgo moon? And Nicki's a Sag sun too. Like, just we're here with it. You know what I mean? Anyways, so I rolled dice for you guys as per usual. And you guys received the number 1, so you may be seeing 111. So some new beginnings could be happening. The astrology of the week for you, you got the sign of Virgo. So you could really just be, or let me stop saying you, we could really be tapping into our energy this week and really living our best lives. And then for the, I started trying to incorporate this planets dice. I didn't know the symbols, and so I kind of just didn't use them for my readings, but now I'm like, I want to learn. So you guys receive Pluto. It could be advising you to work with the planet Pluto, which is about change and rebirth and destruction and chaos, and I mean it kind of goes with this, your love spread. But yeah, this is also like the sign of Scorpio. Okay, so for the main energy throughout your week ahead, you guys received the 10 of Wands, which tells me that we are releasing some burdens, some responsibilities, some ish that don't belong to us. I see that this is something that like you are actively pulling away from with this. Is it 7 of Swords? Either way, sis, you're pulling away from it, and I get that, like, with this 2 of Wands, I'm sorry, that this was something that, like, I get a bit of, like, you trying to, damn, I'm struggling. I get the energy of you guys really trying to focus on expanding. I know this isn't like the 3 of Wands, but like looking at this dude, just like kind of look over the horizon, kind of just like trying to plan, but also like trying to plan ways on how to like do better, how to expand. I'm getting from this card. And part of expanding is releasing anything that doesn't serve you. And so I get that is what we are focusing on for the week ahead. I'm trying to see what else I get from this. It could have also been like a difficult decision for you, because it was the two of Wands talks about kind of like a little bit of like weighing up your options. And so I get like you were kind of debating on whether or not releasing all of these wands was worth it, or if you would like to keep it. So the advice card that you guys received was the 5 of Swords, which talks about like mending something in the past. I get the vibe that something could be coming back up once you make more room. Like someone or something from the past could be coming back up after you release this. Because like once you remove like dead weight and make room for something new is gonna come up, even if it is like something old. And if this is a person, place, or thing, like you can, and it wasn't like healthy for you, you can always like choose not to entertain it. But that's what I'm getting. For your finances, you guys received the Five of Pentacles, which tells me that you guys are recovering, girl. I've been on, I've been spending my money. Let's talk about it. We're recovering. We're recovering financially. This also does talk about spiritual poverty. So like if y'all are kind of like falling short on like your meditation or just like cleansing your energy, like I get this heavily from this card. I also get a little bit of mending things as well. Like this, I'm sorry, my phone just flashed, and like as you can see, it kind of shows me like if I'm like if the camera's recording or not. And sometimes it'll flash. And I'm like, sis, what does that even mean? But I get an energy of like mending something. I get that like for this. Why is it flashing? Okay. Anyways, I get that you guys are receiving some kind of mental clarity around this mending of a relationship, or just how to fix the spiritual poverty, or different ways on how to recover financially from your spending habits, sis. Because I can't even say you. My spending habits, sis. So I get the energy that the week ahead that you're going to be getting the mental clarity that you need in order to solve this problem. This is also something that this is probably something that you were probably trying to manifest with this Seven of Cups. Keeping in mind, like, I do get an energy that, like, you could have very high expectations on this mental clarity. You could feel like, oh, well, like, since I've kind of pieced everything together and it makes sense in my mind, then it should look like that in the physical realm. And I get the energy that, like, you're gonna be a little hurt about it, sis. Like, if it doesn't, like, match up to what you were trying to... What am I trying to say? If it doesn't match up to the expectation that you have set, like, this row is supposed to be like just any additional information or advice. And as additional I get more additional information from this card that, like, it's gonna lead to a, like, heartbreak, or you feeling some type of way because it hasn't moved or it looks like how you want it to look. So, okay. So for your love life, you guys received the Tower in reverse, which, going back to that Pluto card, the Tower definitely embodies that card. And I get the energy that you guys are not trying to embody this energy just because you don't want the chaos, you don't want the destruction, you don't want the mess, drama, tea. You would rather be the one watching. And you don't want to be a part of it, and that's fair. I get the energy that you guys are pulling away from this and trying to focus on something a little bit more stable, rather than, like, trying to destroy this and rebuild it up. You're like, let me just pull my energy back with this Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups does talk about withdrawing. It could also indicate there being some disappointment, unhappiness, and, like, you could be disappointed or feeling some type of way, the fact that you have to go through this kind of, like, messy and chaotic-ish in order to, like, build something in your love life. But I get the energy that you're kind of, like, creating your own path, and, like, you're pulling away. And I get that this is, like, with someone, but you're pulling away from it, and you're just focusing on, like, the things that you can build. Or this could be no, going back to what I said, I get a heavy vibe of you guys pulling away from a connection or an emperor, and focusing on something that you can build and make stable, something that doesn't have to be destructive and messy and chaotic, like, which is fair, sis. Like, you create the world that you want to be in, and that's on Mary and her lambs. But What else am I getting? Yeah, I just get a heavy energy of you guys like pulling away from a situation that does not serve you. I get the energy that you guys want to focus on recovering financially, releasing any burdens that don't serve you. And if this connection isn't serving you, then get that bread, get that head, then leave. Then leave. Okay, so the advice card or additional information was the Devil card. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, an Aries, or Scorpio, or Capricorn. But I get the energy that, like, you could feel tied to this connection if this is talking about a specific person. So, like, withdrawing is a little difficult for you. Because I don't get advice from this. I get additional information as well. But you're pulling away from this situation because it's not serving you and it feels messy. Sis, you might need to go through this tower moment. You might need to go through this mess to kind of break ties with this devil's energy. The devil is it's a very fixed energy. It talks about being kind of bound to something. And if you're just pulling away from something, you're not fully breaking the chains or ties to this situation. So that is what I'm getting for your guys this week ahead. I hope everything makes sense. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to send a DM and we will book an appointment. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Bye. All right, Capricorns. Okay. All right, Capricorn. So if you're a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Saturn, this reading is for you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, you can always try again next week or check your other placements. So I did roll dice for you guys as per usual, and I am trying to incorporate this planet dice or planets dice. And it just kind of has all the different planets on the dice, basically. Saturn, Jupiter, the moon, Pluto, like the schwerk. So you guys rolled the planet Saturn. So you could be being advised to kind of tap into Saturn's energy. I believe Saturn is ruled by Sagittarius. Or is that Jupiter? I don't remember. But you guys also received the number 8, so you may be seeing 888, which talks about power, flow, also the sign of infinity. And then for the astrology, you guys rolled Cancer, so you could be dealing with the Cancer. You could be just tapping into Cancer's energy for your week ahead. But that is what I got for the dice. Now, for the tarot, you guys received the Knight of Cups, which you guys could be feeling more like tapped into yourself in a emotional way. You could be feeling more like you want to express your love to someone. This also does talk about like your creativity and beauty. So you could be on your skincare, feeling yourself. You could also just be really creative this week. But the Knight of Cups does talk about like a love offer. I get the energy that this could be a past connection just from looking at your love spread. I'm like literally just... having nails is so nice. I love it. But you guys received the Tower card in reverse. So like I get the energy that in combination with your love spread that like there could have been you're revisiting a past connection, and there could have been some tension and chaos in the past that you aren't trying to acknowledge. You kind of just want to move on. Capricorns, address the issue. That's all I gotta say. Because you guys also received the Three of Swords, which talks about heartbreak, sorrow, and pain. So not addressing the issue does not fix the issue. Just FYI. I really do care for y'all. I love me some Capricorns. I think Capricorns are funny. But I've noticed a lot of them don't like, if there's an issue, they're kind of like, let's just not talk about it and let it go away. It won't go away. But the advice card that you guys received was the Mother of Wands, or Queen of Wands, or what is this? The Mother of Sticks, I'm sorry. And she is a social butterfly. She is out here single, mingling, and living her best hot girl summer life. And I feel like that's what that is advising you to do, is to get back out there, to put yourself out there, invest your energy into connections that are worth your time and energy for sure. Queens only do that, period. So for your finances, you guys received the Hierophant. So a lot of you guys could be dealing with, you guys could be working in like very traditional settings. You guys could be working like a 9-to-5, or just work in like a kind of office job, which isn't bad at all. My nose is itchy. But you guys could be working like a office job, something that's a bit more traditional. And I get the energy that there is possibly a contract coming up for you with this Devil card, which is also your card. There could be a contract coming up for you guys. And you guys also receive the Two of Wands. So I get the energy like a contract is coming up and you may not know which direction to take with this contract. You could be debating on whether or not this is something that you really want to tie yourself to officially. Keep in mind, when I do see the Devil card and like the idea of like contracts come up for me, I always tell people to like read the fine print, because there could be some like hidden stuff that you don't know about, or it isn't fully expressing to you, or if it is, it's in very small print. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm getting for your finances. That's like, you guys are working a very like traditional job, and there is a opportunity to really tie you to this traditional position. And you are like debating on whether or not you want to continue and push forward. I get the energy that you guys are kind of like waiting to see if like something happens. Sir, you're in a parking lot. Like, why are you driving like that? I'm sorry. But I get the energy that like some of you guys are kind of waiting on maybe some clarity with this Two of Wands about this Devil card. Did I get clarity on this card? I forgot to get clarity on this card before I started the read. So you guys received the Son of Knives, or the Knight of Swords in normal traditional tarot. This card talks about being very like driven to succeed, being very driven to be successful, being very ambitious. And I get the energy that like, if you guys do go through with this Devil's card, that you guys are still going to be in the same energy of like, I'm going to try to be as successful as possible. I'm going to make that point. And that's on period. Now, for your love life, going back to what I was saying about this spread, you guys received the Six of Cups, which talks about like revisiting the past and old memories. So I get a very big energy on like, you guys were visiting an old connection and having like, I don't want to say high hopes, but like wishing and like hoping that like the connection is still like something that is worth it, as well as like wishing that it'll still work out even if you don't like deal with this Tower card, which, girl, like I was saying before, deal with that Tower card. But I get the energy that you guys are also possibly trying to manifest this back. However, you guys received the Sun card in reverse. So if this is a specific person, this could be a Scorpio, a Leo. What other signs? Capricorn, Taurus. I believe that's Taurus. You got a lot of swords, so well, you only got 2 swords. Never mind. Yeah, you got more cups. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But you received the Sun card, which I'm getting like 3 of Swords vibe of like it not working out how you wanted it to, and you may feel some type of way about it. I'm trying to see what else I'm getting. Yeah, I primarily get the energy of you guys revisiting like an old situation and having like a very positive, like wishful way of thinking towards the connection. I do see that there could have been something in the past that you are not fully facing because you kind of just want to focus on the new. But that may lead you to like this 3 of Swords, the Sun in reverse, where like you're not feeling too hot about the connection. But the advice card that you guys received was the Daughter of Baskets, or the Page of Cups, which talks about intuitive messages and creative ways of moving. So I get the energy that like there is a way for you to get this connection back. However, it's like you really need to put in the work by possibly acknowledging this tower situation, as well as like coming up with like a creative, fun way on getting this person back. So that is what I'm getting for your guys' week ahead. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to send a DM and we'll book an appointment. But other than that, I will see you guys next week. Bye.